What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Sporgo. And today we have Sneak Peek 6, and this is a big old doozy of a sneak peek. I'm really happy to see this because finally a character that's been total crap in this game for a long time is finally getting some love, guys. So let's watch this. This is pretty damn cool. So this is short little sneak peek. There really isn't a whole lot to it. But if you scroll all the way to the very beginning of the sneak peek, you can see tier 3, right? And obviously, guys, this is Elektra, right? And this is Elektra when she takes up the Daredevil mantle. You can see her with the red moon in the background. She got the horn right there, right? And then you're gonna get, you see the side, and then you see her, right? Obviously with the horns again. So this is when she takes up the Daredevil mantle. And yeah, I mean, it's about as good an indication as it gets when it comes to that, which is pretty damn cool. Now, I'm not like a huge fan of this moment in comics when she does take up the mantle because I've always loved Elektra just in her base kit and just her as her own persona, right? But that's just me. That's just, the way that I, look at comics. I just love characters in their original form for the most part, but it's still really cool, right? And Elektra has just been such crap for the longest time. I mean, the girl's been, she's been shy, guys. She hasn't been useful for a long time because she never had a tier 3 or an awakened skill. Now, the thing to remember about Elektra is that she is a speed type. Well, speeds have been getting a lot of love lately. I mean, we have gotten, Black Widow, who's actually very good. Hawkeye, who's godly. Spider-Man, godly, right? Luna's a good character. Kate Bishop's a very good character. Makari's godly. Maya Lopez is a great leadership. Silk is extremely strong. Like, there's a lot of good characters in the speed class. I mean, they've been getting a lot of damn love. And so Elektra's going to have a lot to compete with, as far as they're concerned. I mean, the person she's going to be compared to as far as PvE is going to be Hawkeye and Spider-Man more than likely, even though Black Widow is very strong. I mean, I use Black Widow pretty much every single day against Mephisto, but yeah, she is going to be a speed type, so she would have the type advantage against Mephisto. I don't think they're going to change the speed. I think they're going to keep her that. I don't think they're going to make her a combat or anything like that. So, yeah, and, they could do, guys, look. We always speculate on what they could do for these characters. Obviously, we always want to see accumulation. We always want to see big attack buffs. We know that Dormammu, it seems like rages do really well against Dormammu, and that is the big game content for a lot of players right now. It's not the only content. Obviously, we still use World Boss Legend so we can get materials for Tier 4. But this is something else that I want to bring up in this video is that yes, we only have one tier 4 so far available in the game, and we've seen the damage improvement from that tier 4, guys. Like, when Iron Man got that tier 4, it just skyrocketed his power. It's just nuts, right? Useful in dispatch missions, useful in the dimension missions, useful in World Boss Legend. He just dominates all these game modes. Not even having the tier 4, just going to level 80. He doesn't even need to be tier 4 to dominate any of those things because I'm using him in all of those things and he's destroying it all without even having his tier 4. And the thing is, we know that Moon Knight, well, we don't know. We speculate that Moon Knight more than likely will get a tier 4, right? Well, this girl is, she's going to get to tier 3. Well, the thing is, because now that we have these tier 4s and we have characters that, will go to level 80, and granted, it's only one so far, but we know we're going to get more in the future. In a way, it kind of devalues the tier 3 a little bit. It really does, guys. Look what happened to tier 2 characters, right? Tier 2 characters have become a forgotten thing. Now, currently in the game, Tier 3s and Awakened characters are still extremely valuable and very important for us to have and very useful, for the most part, as long as they're fairly strong. But now that we know Tier 4s are coming, people are going to look at Tier 3s and they're going to be like, well, it's still really awesome that Elektra's getting a Tier 3. That's badass. But yeah, she doesn't have the tier 4, right? She doesn't have the tier 4. Maybe we'll get another speed type that's going to have that level 80 in the future. And maybe I'd rather go for that just to try to get the character at least to level 80 before even having a tier 4 because we know they're going to dominate in a lot of the game modes because they're at that level 80 marker. It does change your perception of tier 3s and awakened characters now because you're just like, well, they got to be tier 3 or awakened before they have the availability for tier 4, but I really doubt they're going to give her a tier 4 right off the get-go, right? They're just probably just going to give her a tier 3 and be done with it. So depending on how you feel about the situation you're in the game regarding tier fours and tier threes really would depend on this. I'm personally very, very excited that she is getting a tier three. She absolutely deserves it and should have it because she's a crap character. Something that we always complain about in these games is that we want to see these old characters get some love, characters that would never get used at all. And right now, she's just crap. She only has a tier two. She doesn't have any kind of immunity or invincibility. She doesn't have any native super armor. I mean, these are things that come in very, very handy. She has no remove all debuff, nothing like that. She does have guaranteed critical rate, which is, I mean, that's nice for a rage, right? If she does end up being good with a rage, maybe that'll be pretty sweet. But yeah, but I'm really, really excited for this. Really excited to see how strong she's going to be and what they're going to do for her tier three. What kind of animations we're going to see, what kind of effects we're going to have, and whether or not she's going to be PvP or PvE. But I'm stoked, guys. I'm really, really stoked for Elektra. So, guys, let me know what you think about Elektra getting a tier 3. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GNU plus 7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.